Hey, welcome back, everybody. Sign here again with another episode of Sky Chickens. And let me do one thing over here real quick. Okay. All right. So I have got 53 diamond coins now from selling luminescence blocks. It's great. I love it. I could set it up to automatically sell, but then inventory issues. So one chicken that I completely missed out on was the amber chicken, golden amber chicken from, well, resource chickens, but golden amber from the Aether mod. These guys are crossbreed between redstone and gold. So I've been able to do them for a while, but I went ahead and got them taken care of as well. And we need amber for stratus ingots. So I need to go to the Aether. I need to finish the silver and gold and platinum dungeons probably. I don't know about the platinum. It's off here by itself, but it might be fun to play with. But I definitely need the silver and gold dungeons in order to get to the elite crafting table. But I also need stratus ingots. Well, these things require chromatic air clouds, which is sterling air clouds enchanted. Right. So that's the thing. And my budding amethyst is actually, it's budded, and we're getting there. They're large buds now. They're not quite clusters, I think they're called, right? I did go ahead and do the pressing method on some ambrosium. So we have a stack of amethyst here as well, so I got that quest done, which is right there. We got our amber done because, well, the chickens actually. But hey, it works, you know. Went ahead and got some more acorn petals, trying to experiment with getting acorn plants into this dimension, and they just die as soon as they go through the portal. Went into a test world, and even if you use a spawn egg to spawn one in this dimension, they die instantly. So, yeah, it's a thing. Let's see. And then over here, I have gotten up to an emerald jetpack, and nice thing is, it goes into a curio slot. It holds 48 million forge energy. Yeah, quite a bit. But I need a charger first. To unlock the charger quest, I needed to do mechanical crafters and rolling mills. I went ahead and crafted those off camera. It's pretty basic. Electron tubes, brass casing, crafting table for those guys. You need 7 of those to get 21 of these. You need 21 for the quest, because you need 21 to make crushing wheels. And then the rolling mill was pretty basic. It's a couple shafts, some iron sheets, andesite alloy, and an andesite casing. And I can just put that right there. And now we can make wires, which we will need for this quest here, because I need some copper spools. So I need copper wire for that. I hate how that does that. We need small connectors, so slime ball, which includes blue sweat gel, by the way, andesite alloy, and copper rods. Copper rods are a copper ingot into here. The copper wires are copper sheets into here. So I should probably get some copper sheets going, so that way they're ready to go whenever okay, you know what? Here, let's get 4 of these going. And let me grab like 2 of these. So, quick jump on this armor is insane. I don't remember it being that strong in the past. And then I'll convert these into ingots, and we will just throw them into there. Now, if you need to throw a complete stack, or, you know, the stack you're holding, it's Control Q, and it throws the whole stack on the ground. So, just in case anybody was wondering. All right, up. Bedtime getting already, huh, guys? I need to check on this, and it's full. There we go, and you're kind of sort of stocking up on stuff, which is fine. I guess I'll just let it go like that. And I can do that, that, and that. Let's balance the grid out. There we go. We're up to 40 gold coins now. I mean, I could, I guess, do that and get a diamond out of it. 54 diamond coins. I need, is it 49? Yeah, 49 coins to make a netherite coin. If we go look at our shop, netherite coins, I need 4 netherite coins to get this, which would be pretty handy. And looking at this, there's not enough room to have items that you can actually sell straight for netherite coins. 16 nether stars is only 2 diamond coins. Nether stars are kind of annoying because you get these nether star shards, which if I want to automate, I have to use, mechanical crafters for. Right, and then you get these guys from chickens, and yeah. So, it's a thing. One thing I could also do is set this up, and let me... Do I have any, wood slabs left over? Yeah, I do. Grab that and that. Need to make a barrel, because barrels just work with this so much easier. And we'll make a 3 wood barrel. There we go. So there's that, that, and that. And we'll set this up over here somewhere. I don't need to have this set up for crushing wheels all that often. Oh, this is going to be annoying. I can already see it. There we go. There we go. I could take the gloves off and it would work a lot better. I need to go sleep. There's arrows on the face of these things that you can't see in the dark. What? Seriously? How was this bed occupied? You know what? Screw you villagers. My bed. I don't even know who's sleeping in that one. There we go. And yeah, the villagers would have killed themselves already if I didn't have these trapdoors up here, by the way. They're that smart or stupid, take your pick. All right, let's go back to our crafter. All right, so now we can kind of see the arrows, right? That'll be important in just a moment. There we go. And when you place these, the arrow faces against the block or towards the block that you place the crafter against. And you can right click it with the wrench to move the arrow around. I want it to go right here. Now this needs to go into, it doesn't have to go into an inventory actually. It's just better if it does. And that way it goes into the inventory. If there's no inventory for this to go into, it just drops it into the world. Which if you're right there to collect it, it's fine. And now to do the crafting recipe, I need these guys back now. There's a reason I had those planks on me. If we look at the crushing wheel recipe, it shows you how to set this up. And you have to manually place these items in here. You can, pipe items in, so on and so forth. And Create's usual method is either feeding it in, for small recipes, you can feed it in via belt and funnel. Or you can use a mechanical arm, which I may or may not get around to using in this playthrough. There we go. And now that is the complete recipe. Now we just have to give this rotational power. So, I'm thinking a windmill, right? Each one of these, it doesn't show you because it's not moving, so it doesn't have a current speed. So it can't show you how much stress it's going to take. Also, how many feathers do I have? Oh, 1,700. Yeah, I need to get a void upgrade on that thing here quick. Second chest. Third? No, first maybe? Oh, wait. I think I just saw it. Yeah, right here. Void upgrade. These things are just 8 obsidian wrapped around a drawer. So, come over here, right click on that, and it automatically installed, of course. And now it can hold 2,048 feathers, and it'll void any excess feathers that hop into there. And this thing's just going to town over here. I mean, we've got 3 more stacks of this already. It's awesome. I love it. I'm going to start keeping those in here so I can stockpile them. And that way they don't take up tons of room in my inventory. So I need this to get powered. So that means I'm going to need you. Oh, I had barrels. Oops. I'm going to need wool, which is... That's blocks of iron. Wool is in here then? Yeah, here we go. Wool. I've got andesite. So we'll just look up wind. Also, there's... Yeah, whirlwinds are hostile mobs. So we need a windmill bearing, which is a piece of stone, wooden slab, and a shaft. I don't have any stone right now. I do, however, have cobblestone. So let's get this to cooking real quick. You go there. We need a slab and a shaft. And as I mentioned before, the faster you have those fans behind there spinning, the faster it'll cook things. So you want things to cook in a hurry, just, faster fans. Which I will be moving this, especially now that I have a Silk Touch pick. That means I can just pick up the campfires instead of having to make new ones. It's just one less of a hassle. Oh, also, in portal frames, I bought 12 of these. You can buy them for 4 diamond coins each, so they're relatively cheap. 48 diamond coins get you enough to, make a trip to the end. And me... See, there are ender chickens. They do not spawn naturally. Okay, I was wondering about that. To make an ender chicken, we need this setup in the elite crafting table. Yeah. Fun times. The good news is if you have a warped forest biome in your nether, it's really easy to farm up ender pearls. And here, let me grab some food. So, back to wind, right? We want to make these. So I need a bunch of sticks. Probably overkill. I don't care. There. That gives me a stack of windmill cells. I'll use them in the future, so I'm not too concerned about it. Now, do I have any radial casings left? These guys. Radial chassis. I have some linear. I do have radial chassis left. You only technically need 1 radial chassis for a windmill. Like how I did it right there. Over here, because I did the lopsided windmill and I wanted to make sure it was out of the way, I ended up using more radial chassis, but... Can I seriously inspect that from back here? Wow. It shows up on Wayla from this far away. Okay. And you're... Okay. Just making sure it didn't have any items stuck in the hopper, because I get gold coins slowly enough that, yeah, I don't usually notice when they pop in. So the other thing I am going to need is a gearbox. 2 gearboxes. Well, that's interesting now, isn't it? I don't think they're coming back, and it definitely didn't strip the logs. So, okay, I need 2 more of these. Open times, right? Oh, they did come back. Okay. They just broke because they landed on the path block, so they weren't able to place. All right, yeah, I had that Zanite axe, and I'm like, oh, well, I've got a Gravitite one now. I don't need the Zanite one. I completely did not know what Zanite axes do when you right-click on a block. That was interesting. Let me turn that search mode off. All right. There's that. We'll do that. Do that. Do this. There we go. And we'll make gearboxes, right? Should probably get my andesite alloy chickens back out and actually producing for me. I don't need them to produce much. But just, I am almost out of andesite. This is the andesite I got while breeding these guys. So we'll go ahead and have them, you know, produce some ingots, I guess? I don't know. What would we call that? All right, well, I need these to be vertical now. Okay, so I've got shaft, I've got the windmill bearing, vertical gearbox, chassis, windmill sail. Let's build a windmill. Oh, I need one more cog. All right. Let us put cog here. You do not want to put this cog in the corners, because these two actually spin in opposite directions, and it'll break the cog out, and then, yeah. So it's just easier not to worry about that first. You know, really, I only needed one of these. Oh, well. You can always use extra gearboxes. Okay, you know what? All right, we're going to put our bearing on top of this. We're going to put our radial chassis on top of that. And, of course, oh, you bastard. There we go. It's all in how you right-click on the sides of these things. And if you hold shift while right-clicking, it will just pick it up. So, okay, let's just do a two-blade windmill, because this is kind of annoying. Now, when you're placing these, it does show you a ghost of where the windmill is going to go. Let's do 24, I guess, right? So there's 24. Right click on that. And kinetic stress impact, 6 stress units at current speed. Actually, you know, at this speed, as slow as it is, I could be using a hand crank to do this. But the default hand crank is fast enough that it would jam up trying to make crushing wheels. So it's a little slow. I mean, you can get these things just blazing fast. But, yeah. The faster it goes, the more stress it's going to need. Now, granted, a full-size windmill can produce 8192 stress. This one's producing 1500. That one's producing 2000. So, but that's 32 versus 24. So if you use a full stack of sails, you'll end up with the 8,192 stress units per windmill. And you can technically combine them together. So, technically. A little tricky at times. Yeah, you can stand back, watch, and it'll slowly push everything together until it reaches the last crafter. And then it'll do its fancy little magic and drop it into the barrel for you. Now, if you don't have the arrows pointing the right direction so that it has a clear path of travel to the end point, it'll jam and then just kick all the items out into the world and drop them on the ground. So make sure your arrows are going the right direction. There we go. You can see it's now wonderful little crushing wheels. And boop, there it goes. And we have our crushing wheels. And quest complete. Now, I don't need any more crushing wheels for now. By the way, if this stuff gets too noisy for you, most of it uses the mine cart sound effect. So, just as a heads up. Now let me do that, that, and that, and we will move you up a block. And nope, you're facing the wrong way, so we will rotate you. And how do I want to do this? Maybe another one of these. I'm turning back to here. Oh, yeah, my gloves are off. And up. And now the trick is, you want this thing... You know, I was right by a crafting table and I didn't use it. You want the two gearboxes rotating in opposite directions. Or the two shafts, or whatever you mount your crushing wheels onto. You see how this one's turning that way? That's actually turning the wrong direction, so we're going to have to fix that here in a moment. Right? And they're both turning the same direction. This is not going to work. So what I can do is pick you up. We will then put a shaft here, and this other gearbox here. You can see now they're turning opposite directions, but they are turning the wrong way. If I put my crushing wheels here, they're moving the wrong direction. This one needs to move clockwise. This one needs to move counterclockwise. So, up, let me up. There we go. Okay. Let me down. All right. Awesome. All right. I need to click the side of this. There it goes. Shut it off. Nice. And then I click. There we go. Click and hold direction. Counterclockwise. I click somewhere outside of that white box. It turns it back on again. And now they're moving in the right direction. However, let me go find a chicken to show this off with, because these little guys are annoying. There's one. Oh no. You come here. Oop. Yeah, I forgot for a second. Introducing a new form of chicken brutality. All right. Well, it's a new form of chicken brutality, but it's also a cautionary tale as to why you don't want to get in between those crushing wheels. Because that'll happen. But it'll happen to you. And once you're in those, you cannot get out. These things actually make for really good mob farms. And now, let's see. Do I have any more chutes left? Because that'll make this easier. Maybe somewhere. Ah, yes, here we go. All right. So, you can put a chute right here on that block. Oh. Gotta be careful not to hit the bounding box for the wheels. Okay. Thank you. I want it to hit. Oh God. Probably easier to show you this way. Okay, be careful not to get it in between the wheels. You can play around with them a little bit. There. That's where I wanted you to go. Put an inventory on top of this. And this is now a high-speed hopper. And it dropped all 16 in one go. Downside of chutes, they can only go down. Unless you apply fan power to them. In which case you can push up. That's about it, though. That is the result of it. Now, these are extremely slow. I'm not worrying about that right now. So it's going to take a while for these to crush. And that's okay. And if you actually look at this center phantom block here, it shows you what's currently being crushed. Doesn't give you a progress report, though. And you get exactly 2 clay chicken eggs out of that. Wow. Okay. But that's what I wanted. We now have access to clay chickens. Also gave us a clay ball, and it gave us a couple of pointed dripstone. So now I can breed up clay chickens. Let me grab you. Let's go for a flight. There we go. There we go. We now have clay chickens. And now breed you guys. There you go. 300 seconds. There we go. And I don't think you have any uses, really, right? Well, I mean, you can crossbreed, but I don't think anything happens with you or your egg. So if we then breed a green dye chicken with a clay chicken, we can get slime chickens. And the egg is only used for the ultimate end-all be-all crafting recipe. Okay. So, the reason I keep hitting slash when I go to bed, by the way, is that's my mute button. And I use that opportunity to take a sip of water. Alright, so we have feathered beginnings, mechanical crafter, rolling mill, crushing wheels. Now we need gravel chicken spawn eggs, which needs cobblestone chicken spawn eggs. So I need these guys. And we're going to do the same yet again. All right, now over here, this thing holds on to the drops until you're done. And now I need to run these things through here. Nope, missed. No, missed. Again, you have to basically get them on the top. There it goes. What? You'd be in so much trouble if this thing worked on you. Go the hell away. I'm done with you. Thank you. Now, I can only do 16 items at a time. Which is why it's now doing 2 cobblestone chicken eggs. If you drop a full stack of items on here, and your wheels are slow enough, items will despawn, because they will just sit here and hover basically where the chute is, until there's room for them to go in between the wheels. But we got our gravel chickens. And now what was special about gravel, right? Gravitite, no, gravel. We can actually make creeper chickens. Okay. In case you don't get them the normal way, I guess. Gravel chicken spawn eggs only do that. Okay. Now, later on, I'm probably going to be kicking myself for not saving all of the things. Okay, that's just a bunch of copper coins, and so is that. So we're going to hit this button here. But at the same time, I did make it relatively easy for me to, by boosting them all to 10, 10, 10s, it makes it extremely easy for me just to breed up a bunch to get eggs out of. So I'm not too concerned about it. All right, I never did make the bobber detector. I should probably do that. But we need to do this. Now, electric motors and alternators, they require mechanical crafters, but they also require things like copper spools. They require capacitors, so we need zinc sheets and copper sheets. And yeah. Now, let's look at the charger, though. How bad is the charger to make? There is 4 tiers of charger. Okay. Basic tier. Oh, that's... okay. And then they upgrade up to netherite tier. So I'll go ahead and make like a diamond charger, probably off camera, Because this is just, it's redstone and iron, and it's, gold and iron, or gold and redstone, diamond redstone. That's not a huge issue. Oh my god. Yeah. It's producing relatively quickly, and I like it. Stack plus 22. So that's roughly 2 netherite coins. Could be faster. I'm okay with it. How are we doing on andesite alloy? We got a stack in a bit. I'll let them run for a while. I need to grab my zinc chickens, though, and get them producing as well, because I need zinc ingots, and I did not bother saving any of the zinc nuggets that I got. There's tough, glass, emerald, zinc. Here we go. Okay, I missed. It's really easy to overshoot your mark when you're jumping. I think it's like 10 blocks. Just a lot of popping noises from these guys laying eggs all the time. Alright, so copper rods are used to make connectors. We also use them to make accumulators, which are batteries. And that's about it. So, I made a lot of extra ones for no reason. Well, I mean, not really for no reason. I mean, there's a reason. Oh, hey, more seeds. Sweet. And I've got a lot of food saved up. Speaking of which, you need to just go away. I don't need you in my inventory. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cut here, and... Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode. I want to get these chickens up to 10, 10, 10. Then I'm going to get slime chickens out of my clay chickens. You know what? Let me go ahead. Well, you can take forever to cool down, but oh well. You know, you can sit here. It's going to take you 300 seconds till you're ready to breed again. And I'm going to get my gravel chickens up to 10, 10, 10, because that's just what I've been doing so far, so I might as well just keep up on it. There we go. There we are. And, excuse me, trying not to cough the microphone here. Slime chicken. That was one thing I wanted to check. Eggs have no use. We can breed these into honey chickens, that's right. Slime chicken plus orange dye chicken equals honey chicken. Honey chicken and alchemical coal chicken equal experience. And experience is kind of the end of the road for that line. But that's a few more chicken breeds we can get going. But thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And until the next one. You got a lot of dirt chickens. Signing out. Have fun.